Welcome back to another Real Talk movie reaction. This one is another one chosen by you guys for the month of November. It is The Greatest Showman.
Yes, this is the third movie picked for the month of November. If you would like to get in on the action of suggesting movies we should react to and also being a part of those polls as far as picking the ones you want to see most, be sure to check out our Patreon account. Also, at Patreon, you can also gain access to the full movie reactions and get access to these reactions before they're posted to YouTube as well. So be sure to check this out. But without further ado, let's get into The Greatest Show.
Charles, we're leaving. This thing only wants to lend money to people with money.
What are you looking at, Flop Doodle?
Mr. Barnum. Barnum.
Did we buy with this loan?
Barnum's American Museum of Curiosities. It's a great museum, is it?
The girl's face.
A place where people can see things they've never seen before. Welcome to the Barnum Museum. It's 1 hour for your time, sir, but it will change your life. We have
1 hour for your time, sir, and it will change your life.
coming up with a paint of heart. I can tell you now. Half price for anyone who's wearing a hat. Oh, that's you.
Oh, that's you. Come on in here.
Think you have too many good things in your museum, Daddy? She's right. You need something alive.
The key is
They're
no.
so cute.
Something sensational.
It's a big word.
Your word. Something that isn't stuffed. Like a mermaid. Or a unicorn. Unicorns aren't real. Mermaids aren't real either.
Right. I do need something. So they already established here a little bit ahead of his time already.
So he's thinking about the girl that gave him the apple, the unique characters in the world, and the little guy that he was just looking at Tom's thumb.
You must be Gertrude Stratton. I'm looking for your son.
I don't have a son.
The hospital record says you do. Charles,
Yes.
right? Age 22.
It's your husband?
Charles! Charles!
Pope.
P.T. Barnum.
Daring axe. Wow.
Hey, Anna W.T. Wheeler.
Yeah, you might as well get paid for it.
Terrific. And what do you do?
Trapeze.
Trapeze. Okay.
You know, people aren't going to let me put us on stage.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Is this over your
Entire body.
Reverend? I don't need to see it.
This is fantastic. He's so about it.
Can I just ask how heavy you are? Do you have a number for that?
I prefer not to say,
Just
but
between you and me. 500 pounds. 750 pounds. 750 pounds.
750 pounds.
I like this young fella. Let me write this down. This shit here is popping. This is popping.
Crude, grading,
Now he got to meet Bailey.
circus. I like circus.
Freaks.
That's enough. Pause it. Inside, all. Right. Look at the rock.
That's why I'm not sir.
literally a lot of housemaid.
Oh my gosh.
No man.
Oh, that
That's
must be
not common.
baby.
What a scandal, they say. His last play was a hit in London.
Play. Pay good money to watch people stand around and talk for 2 hours, and they call me a con man.
Ew. What's that smell? Did you smell that? Ew, something does smell. Oh, I know what it is. Peanuts.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. He's like, I think that shit too.
And the bartender going hard.
I know.
12, maybe 9, 10.
Oh yeah.
I don't have that.
Everyone's gotten it.
Why are you so mad? Like, they're not doing nothing to you. Like,
Mr. Barnum's reputation as a purveyor of the offensive and indecent.
Offensive and indecent.
So he gonna have to take it on the road.
I'm blushing.
No, I'm blushing.
What do you care what Bennett thinks?
He's a prig.
It was snot.
Yeah, well,
The honor is mine, Mr. Barnum.
Oh, that was old.
And I've heard all about your little colonel from my friends in America.
Somebody's daughter. Right down the daughter. No.
You're a bit smaller than I imagined.
Well, you're not exactly reaching the top shelf yourself, sweetheart.
He's 22, man. It's a gesture. It's Queen Victoria.
Your Majesty,
He can't stop looking at him.
Miss Jenny Lind.
Who's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. I recently had the privilege of hearing the most divine voice I've ever heard. Now, I know that sounds like Barnum humbug, but I have 100 bottles of good champagne on ice that says this isn't just another sideshow novel.
it's gonna make
May I present
his oddity
the Swedish
feel so
Nightingale,
like-
Yeah.
Miss Jenny Lind.
Is she British?
She's like Swedish.
That was a good song. I ain't gonna lie. That was perfectly executed.
And she was gorgeous.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Sung by
Man.
Charity and our girls.
Of course, and I've heard so much about you. Your father tells me you're from the ballet.
Yes, I'm studying.
Yeah, she got that British voice.
Are you?
Of course I am.
And of course she is.
Oh, and what about you, Ellen?
You look like a princess, man.
I have to admit, Barnum,
My hair's just
she
red.
is remarkable.
Enough to bring joy to the most joyless critic, isn't she?
And in the hands of a real purveyor of the arts, she could be something in this country. Shame. She's
Shame.
fallen in with you.
You really are better on the page, Mr. Bennett. Hard as that is to believe.
Oh, Mr. Barnum, I would
Yes.
love to meet Miss
And
Lind.
you will, Miss Lind. Just give me a moment. I think.
Please. Yes.
You've done well.
Mm.
Wow.
Thank you. allow me to introduce you.
Phineas.
Excuse me, Jenny. I'd like you to meet Charity's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Hallett.
Ah, pleasure. Mother. Hello, dear. These
Yes, those are your granddaughters.
Phineas not here.
Not here? You afraid I'm going to embarrass your parents in front of their
All up in this bitch. Oh, that's a cross dress with the all white. Took it outside. Get married one. Second
Fireworks.
shirt.
These are theaters?
That's genius.
No. PT, these are the most famous theaters in the country. They make you buy the seats in advance just to
I
book
took out a
them.
loan.
What? And we have to pay Jenny?
It was a large loan. Okay.
You're not going to see a penny of profit until your 40th show.
41st, actually.
You're risking everything you've built.
Well, how do you think I built it? We'll have plenty of profits to go around after this.
PT,
What?
your attention has been divided long enough. Arcade is down. We have more protesters every day.
You just need to get people to come back. If you haven't been at the Barnum Museum lately, you haven't been at the Barnum Museum.
They come to see you. Your crazy ideas. Your new acts. The unusual.
Then how about you show them a smile? That'd be unusual.
Keep rehearsing. To make it very clear, I expect them to afford you all the deference you deserve.
And that they should be nice to you anyway.
Ain't that a sight for sore eyes?
Couldn't even say hello.
Or goodbye. He's going on tour. Sorry, guys.
Oh, pull yourself together, Carlisle. Don't you have somewhere to be?
And we, Mr. Barnum said he left a ticket for me. I'm sorry, I believe there's only supposed to be one.
No, there's meant to be two. Wasn't sure you'd come if I asked.
Yeah, you never heard of this circus, huh?
Boys wanted to go to the theater.
I've been to one of these.
You've been to an actual circus?
I've been to the Barnum Circus.
Really? That's so
Came to
cool.
Chicago.
Philip, is that you?
They travel the whole country.
Mother? Father? This is Anne River.
Every time they come to town, they have a parade. They let the elephants march down the street and
Have you
stuff.
no shame? Associating yourself with that Barnum business is one thing. But parading around with it.
What the hell?
Anne. 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 How dare you speak to her like that?
You forget your place, Philip.
My place? Mother, if this is my place, then I don't want to be part of it.
The job, Zach.
Because I don't know your name of this show.
Yeah.
How do we rewrite the stars? See you were meant to be mine. Nothing can keep us apart. 'Cause you are the one I was meant to find. It's up to you, and it's up to me. And no one can say what we need to be. Why don't we rewrite?
Oh my god!
It's a dangerous job. Unnecessarily dangerous.
You know I
secret I tried to hide, but I can't have you. Bound to break in my hands are tied.
That was really pretty good too.
It's a good sequence. Hey man, it's 18 whatever. I don't know what to tell you.
First it was
Okay.
buying a house on the
Shit is
same
real
street as
out
my
here.
parents, then meeting the Queen, then bringing Jenny Lynn, then my father the other night. When will it ever be enough for you?
You're doing this for Caroline and Helen.
Look around you, they have everything.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
I do
No, you don't understand.
How could you?
He was born into
My
money.
father was treated like dirt. I was treated like dirt. And my children will not be.
You don't need everyone to love you, Finn. Just a few good people.
You know that.
I still gotta do this. People like him, though, they are driven. There is no satisfaction at the end of the life, baby. There's always something else they can do. You know? It's the room where it happens.
It is as though we have learned for the first time what singing really is. Miss Lind deserves our nation's highest esteem and most lavish ovations. The world at our feet. Well, Mr. Barnum, this is to making dreams come true.
He knew to get out of there.
Good job, guys.
Never be enough.
That's the only song she sang?
Time support, still too little.
It's relevant though, right now. But
Could hold the world, but it'll never be enough.
She's not really good.
Never be enough.
why are you crying? My wife can see all the pictures now.
Oh, those are all the pictures.
Fuck what you doing.
Tell your friends and neighbors. Who enjoyed themselves? You? Tell everyone how much fun you had at the circus. New acts every night.
Hey, ringmaster. Gentlemen, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. This is our town, son. We think you should leave. You and your freaks.
He's taking a lot of smoke. He's still breathing. Come on.
Let's get him on.
He wasn't enough for you.
If he didn't go in there though, he wouldn't have.
No, he'd been dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he can still die. It is 18, whatever. So,
He didn't die from the inhalation. He died from this cut.
yeah.
That cut him
I
bacon.
cut my hand.
We've come to blow it. I wouldn't.
They caught the thugs who started the fire. I thought you'd like to know.
I can't just sit on dirt, so.
The room where it happens.
It is as though we have learned for the first time what singing really is. Miss Lind deserves our nation's highest esteem and most lavish ovations. The world at our feet. Well, Mr. Barnum, this is to making dreams come true.
You knew to get out of there.
Good job, guys.
Never be enough.
That's the only song she sang?
Times apart, still too little.
It's relevant though, right now.
Hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough.
She's not really good.
Never be enough.
Why are you crying? My wife can see all them bitches now.
Oh, those are all the pictures.
Fuck what you doing.
Tell your friends and neighbors. Who enjoyed themselves? You? Tell everyone how much fun you had at the circus. New acts every night.
Hey, ringmaster. Gentlemen, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. This is our town, son. We think you should leave. You and your freaks.
He's taking a lot of smoke. He's still breathing. Come on.
Let's get him on.
He wasn't enough for you.
If he didn't go in there though, he wouldn't have.
No, he'd been dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he could still die. It is 18, whatever. So.
He didn't die from the inhalation. He died from this cut.
Yeah.
That cut him.
I cut my hand.
We've come to blow it. I wouldn't.
They caught the thugs who started the fire. I thought you'd like to know.
I can't just sit on dirt, so.
I never liked your show, but I always thought the people did.
That hit hard as hell.
Yeah, sorry, very sorry.
Folks, if you've come to get paid, the money's gone. All of it. Nothing left
Shut
to do.
up, Barnum. You just don't get it. Our own mothers were ashamed of us. Hid us our whole lives. Then you pull us out of the shadows. And now you're giving up on us too. Maybe you are a fraud. Maybe it was just about making a buck. But you gave us a real family.
And the circus. That was our home. We want our home back.
However big, however small.
From now on. From now on.
See, Tommy, that's what you use music in right there. Okay? Alright? See that? See that cinematography? You gotta go back to school.
Maybe film something outside of a room in a rooftop. Would be nice as well.
They said no? Emphatically. Repeatedly.
Emphatically.
I don't think there's a banker left in the country I can fool into loaning me more money, so.
Except for me.
I'm really sorry to disappoint you all.
Don't worry about it.
This is where you want it! Covered in all the color lights. When the Rockaways are running the night over you. This is the greatest show.
She was too cute.
All right, that was The Greatest Show. And
Showman.
hey, Greatest Showman. The story of P.T. Barnum and his famous Barnum and Bailey circus, which I myself have attended at least once in Chicago when I was growing up. Long time ago, probably back in the 80s, I do believe. Or the 90s, something like that. I can't remember. But it was pretty good when it was there. You know, it was a circus. You know, same old things, the elephant and everything. But this movie, I thought it was really, really good, man. I thought it was really good. You know, I still got to put Hamilton above it just a little bit, but this still was a great movie. I like Hugh Jackman up in there doing the damn thing. The story was great. I mean, it hit all the beats that it was supposed to do. The songs were on point. Everybody came through. It was all sharp, crisp, and in there, right? My favorite song there was obviously "The World Is Not Enough." When Jenny Lynn was singing that right there. That was probably my favorite song in there. But I mean, everything was great in this movie. I mean, it was just, it all made sense to me. I didn't really know that side of the story from Barnum, and I'm glad to see that part. I mean, I think I kind of know a little bit more of the future history of it, but yeah, from the beginning, I like to see his comeuppance and his revenge and his downfall and his makeup because of his comeuppance, and learn to see that people are people and, you know, do the right thing towards the end. So it all worked out fine for me, and I thought this movie was a good job. Good pick, everybody. Good pick. I wouldn't have seen it otherwise. So.
Yes, so I completely adored this movie from start to finish. I would love to watch it again. I thought it was riveting. The music score was fantastic. The performances were fantastic. I thought the storyline was fantastic too, and so inspiring. Like especially in the beginning where he recognize the oddities in people and how that can be unique and how that should be showcased to the world and how that can be, how each person is special. He lost his way a little bit, which I think everybody does.
Most people do, yeah.
And I love that he found his way back. And I love his family dynamic. I thought his family was just so gorgeous and so sweet, and him and his wife too. And I love the Zach and Zenaida part in the story too. I thought that was so endearing and heartfelt one of my favorite songs was when they had their song together in the circus, just the two of them.
Yeah.
I thought that was gorgeous and beautiful and all the freaking feels. I didn't realize I would get emotional, but this movie did pull on those heartstrings and like pulled on these tears right here. But I absolutely adore this movie. I also probably wouldn't have seen it had it not been recommended, because this is not a typical movie. RJ doesn't typically like musicals. But this was fantastic. I loved it. So glad you guys recommended it. I can't say enough good things. Oh, and visually, I just thought visually too,
Yeah, very clean
the
movie.
Aesthetics were gorgeous. Even like some of the just the transitions of like the houses, the way it looked, were just so beautiful and clean cut. Fantastic. I loved
like
it.
The other
Great
movie
pick.
we just watched.
Nothing compares to that movie ever.
Just funny.
Great choice. Loved it.
Yes.
Thank you guys for recommending it. Can't wait to hear you guys' own thoughts. Awesome movie.
Yep. All right. Well, look. Thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk movie reaction for The Greatest Showman. And until next time, people. Peace.